Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a bonus reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Sag, I hope that you're doing well. It's just a little piece of housekeeping that I'd like to give. There was somebody trying to impersonate me on my on TikTok. They stole my videos and reposted them as their own under a different name with my photo in the profile. So I've since blocked them, but I just wanted to remind you to keep yourselves safe. As I say in the beginning of every single reading, I do not solicit people for personal readings. I never reach out first. I do offer them. It's up to you on whether or not you sign up for one to reach out to me through my Buy Me a Coffee page. And the official links to my Instagram, my TikTok, my Buy Me a Coffee page are all listed in my About section. So and I don't have anything else. So please, please keep yourselves safe, keep your money safe. All of the readings on YouTube are free and free for you. So there's no reason for you to have to spend any money at all. But I do appreciate your donations, so thank you. But it's really bad karma, I'll tell you, to steal somebody's content. It's not like they took the content and spliced it and made comments about it. No, they just posed as me. So I just wanted to give you that reminder. So I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The Elemental Oracle for the overall energy, and this very cute deck, the Way of the Panda Tarot. Cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus bonus reading. Let's get a temperature. What's going on for Sagittarius? Please, Spirit. Wow, look at this. Number 20, which corresponds to the Judgment card in the Judgment card in the Major Arcana, talking about making a judgment call. Resurrecting something from the past, following your life's blueprint, endurance, rock. What a spectacular card. I'm really drawn to this. It could either be a sphere or it could be kind of like a terrarium. It's immediately reminding me of the movie The Fountain. Did you ever see that movie? I don't think a lot of people did, but oh, it's so gorgeous. With Hugh Jackman and Rachel Weisz. And it's about this dude who's like scientist guy, and his wife is slowly dying of cancer, and he's racing against time, science, everything to try and save her life. The story takes place in what can only be described as across lifetimes, across dimensions. It's so beautiful, quite esoteric. It's a Darren Aronofsky film, so you know it's going to be slightly weird, but it's absolutely beautiful. And there's a very particular tree that's being focused on heavily in this film. The tree is this like marker of the passage of time, of vitality, of abundance, and memory. And all of that is being wrapped up in your reading today. There's this contemplation energy, especially with this endurance word here, rock, solid as a rock, this sense that you've withstood the test of time. You've withstood the odds of this tree. You look at the roots kind of hanging off, making it against the odds. Some kind of message like that. And now that you have endured, what will you conquer next? What will you do next? What are you going to do with all of this wisdom that you have within you? How is it going to allow you to flourish? And also, is it something that you're kind of keeping under wraps, like the terrarium idea? Like, is there like a cloche or a dome on top that's just this isolated thing? Remember, when we plant something, I was just thinking about this morning because I have like 100 plants in my room. You can't really tell, they're all over there. But when we plant something, most of the time, not all the time, plants will grow as big as their pots will allow. Now it's not always the case, but Spirit is bringing that image to me right now, almost as if, how big is the pot that you're planted in? And do you need to be planted in something bigger so you can expand? Like, is it self-limiting? 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, and future, and advice from Spirit. This is for Sagittarius, please. So 2 extra cards came out. I'm gonna show them to you. Both Wands energies, so in keeping with the Sagittarian spirit of the Wands and fire, the element of fire. 7 of Wands in the upright, 10 of Wands in reverse. I will tell you, literally in that moment, both of my palms got incredibly sweaty, like tremendously, like clammy and sweaty. It's unpleasant. Some of you might have been nervous as I was shuffling the cards and taking the cards out, or rather flipping them over. There's some of you might be nervous about this reading. I mean, I don't want you to be nervous. None of my readings are all about just being helpful, and also important to remember that tarot is just, for me, it's just capturing the moment. You have free will, and you have the right to move and act and behave in whatever way you want to act. And so whatever I say today, you can make different decisions right after this reading that will change the shape of your destiny. But these are just the messages that I'm channeling to you today. So no need to be nervous, but like my hands, I felt somebody really getting anxious, and I just wanna, like, we're friends here and all over the internet. We're spiritual friends, and nothing I could possibly say would ever take away your own personal power. It just can't happen. Just like the reverse could not happen. We are our own sovereign beings, and we're connected through like the oneness of divinity, but you're here living your human life, and you choose how that looks. 7 of Wands, however, is defensive. So maybe there's been somebody in your life that is making you feel as though you're not autonomous, that you're not sovereign. Maybe some pressure has been getting to you. This is the card of defensiveness and blocking. And it's partnered with the 10 of Wands in reverse. 10 of Wands in the upright talks about burden. Just so much that we have to carry. our experiences, our responsibilities. And the card is in reverse. It's been difficult, a difficult time for us to put those burdens down. So that's kind of part of your overall energy, but there's that feeling of endurance, like you're still standing, you're still thriving. There's no question. But what it's taken for you to get there, a lot of people might not necessarily know about you. They might not see the struggle, right? 2 major arcanas to start your reading. The Strength card in the reverse. Leo energy, number 8. And the Star card. Number 17, Aquarius energy. Past was challenging. The Strength card in reverse talks about a little bit being fueled by our egos. What is the ego? It's that place that tries very hard to keep us from our deepest, darkest fears. Causes us to react in ways that are a response to triggers. Things that trigger our sense of safety, sense of self. And it could have been really challenging for you to step away from your ego. Can be immature energy too. But I also see you really trying to work on it. The Star card is all about wish fulfillment and healing. Healing oneself. Looking to the heavens for answers. This is a very quiet energy with the Star. A panda sitting by themselves in quiet contemplation, and that's something that you could have been doing. I think there's an awareness on your part, Sag, that you may have been reacting or overreacting to something. I feel as though it was within the last 6 to 9 months where you, maybe you had a conversation, what I would call a crucial conversation with somebody that challenged you, and could have been something you were trying to learn from. Can I get some clarifiers for the Strength card in reverse and the Star? What are we healing from, Spirit? The Page of Wands. Somebody's curiosity about you perhaps put you on guard. You know how sometimes, I don't know if you ever feel this, there's certain people in life, strangers sometimes, that can just read you like a book because they're probably empaths or they've just heightened their intuitive skills, etc., etc. Or they're just blunt. Sagittarians are usually those people, right? You're the sages. I have a Sagittarius rising, and I've been called really direct and blunt more than once. So can the Sagittarius take that bluntness and directness in return? It's like you can dish it, but can you take it, kind of thing. There was somebody in your past energy who was just curious about you, and maybe their curiosity caused you to feel on guard about something because they saw something that they pointed out. Maybe you didn't think was obvious, but it was obvious to them. And it might have caused you to be up in your feelings, up in your ego about it. And with this card here, Star card, they weren't wrong. It triggered something. I feel there's like trigger energy. It's still lingering too, because I see in the present energy 4 of Pentacles. This is a card of protectiveness. This is a card of holding all of our pentacles very close to our chest, very close by, very almost stingy. You know, what are pentacles in the tarot? Pentacles are earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, represented by the element of earth. So you could be dealing with one of those signs or have some of that in your chart. Four of Pentacles talks about our assets, finances, resources, our friendship circles, not really wanting to share, not really wanting to get too close. Page of Swords in the reverse for your present energy. Clarifying it, kind of like saying to me, you know, pages are curious. Page of Swords is nosy. Nosy. Thank you, Spirit. And it's almost like you're kind of blocking yourself from this nosy Nelly and not giving them any more information. And I gotta tell you, there's something about this energy that feels very innocent. It feels very just, it's almost like they like you, Sag. They think you're interesting. They think you're cool. And they might be a little over eager. Eager beaver. Spirit just said eager beaver. But things are feeling, even though you're very strong, right now you feel fragile. Because, like, I'll tell you, so when I was watering my plants this morning, I have this I guess they call it string of pearls, this kind of vine. It's a succulent, I believe, but it's a string of pearls, and it's on this very high shelf. The weight of the vine and the pearls on the vine was so heavy that I touched the top where the roots were, and it just fell out in my hand. And connected to it was all of these strings of pearls. It was dead. And I couldn't understand how the rest of the string of pearls were still alive and green. And so I, in haste, tried to kind of jerry-rig something and put it in a bigger pot. And I don't know, it might, the whole thing might die, and it will make me so sad, because I've had this plant for years. So it took years for this to grow. And it looks so strong from the vine part, but right at the roots, so fragile. And it's like this, like we're barely holding on. We're strong, and on the outside, we look absolutely stunning. But like, we've got some dangling roots here. We're barely holding on. And we don't need some little pipsqueak to come in and like start asking questions. I'm tired. I don't have time to answer your questions. Can't you see that of what I'm trying to foster here and maintain and thrive with? It's not easy, you know? This is all a conversation I feel like you're having, maybe internally. It's fine. I mean, this is your choice, but like, whoever this is, I just feel like they just think you're cool. They're not, yeah, look, see, 5 of Swords. Just like, I don't care if they think I'm cool, and I'm over it. I don't need another little friend. I don't know, Sag. I don't know which Sag I'm speaking to right now, but feels a little bitter. 5 of Swords is winning at all costs. See how this panda has glasses? Winning at all costs. What are we competing against? I hate 5s. I hate 5s in the tarot because it's all about transition. 5s are very sticky energy, so I don't like to see it. there's conflict, and there doesn't, it's almost like Spirit's just saying there doesn't need to be conflict. Now, I don't know everybody's particular, you know, you could say to me, you don't know my situation. No, I don't know your situation, but all the defensiveness I'm reading is coming from your side. Let me just put it at that. Maybe you have a good reason. That's fine. I just want one more card. Why the Five of Swords? Spirit is not wrong. When I shuffle for cards, I could be wrong. I always say it. I might be wrong. Spirit is not wrong. That's double 5. 5 of Cups talks about this sense of sadness and being forlorn, thinking that there's not really any way out, any way around, any solution. It's what's required is a change of perspective to understand that there's still 2 cups. And what do the 2 of Cups that are still standing, what does that represent? It represents divine partnership, divine union, the connection between you and your higher self. And I will have you notice that in this particular rendition of the 5 of Cups, there are 2 pandas. In other 5 of Cups cards, there's only one person looking down at spilled cups, feeling sorry for themselves. In this deck, there are 2. One has their arm around the other. There is support here. There is friendship that you can trust. Should you so choose. Future potential, the Sun, best card in the whole tarot. Major Arcana, number 19. Abundance, clarity, illumination, beauty, life-giving energy, warmth. I mean, it's everything. It's everything. It's gorgeous, and it doesn't just pop out for anybody. Clarified by the 3 of Swords in reverse. This is the hardest card in the tarot. It's like these are polar opposites. Disappointment, heartache, heartbreak, devastation. Just thinking about what we've lost over and over and over, right? Swords energy is all about thinking. And when we get it in reverse, it's like we can't move on from it. It's like all you want is to be happy, but you're being bogged down by something from the past. It's preventing you from really embracing this abundance. It's here, it's in the cards. It's a heck of a combination, the Sun and the 3 of Swords. You don't see that very often. Can I get a clarifier? Thank you. 2 of Wands. In the future, you're going to really take some quiet time to contemplate what your next move is going to be. And Spirit's almost pointing it out to me like, are you going to go in this direction or are you going to go in this direction? There's still something in flux right now where it could go either way. And the advice from Spirit, another 5. That's 3 5s in your reading. The 5 of Pentacles, clarified by the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is Spirit's advice. I don't know if there was like a loss of, this will have already happened, right? I'm not predicting this. Because what I see in the future is this. The potential of the future is the Sun card. If we can overcome our heartache and heartbreak, the choice that you're going to be making. But Spirit's advice to you is like, look at all the ways that you are feeling abandoned. The Five of Pentacles is abandonment energy. The feeling of missing out, being left out in the cold, being forgotten. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse talks about investment and no longer wanting to invest. The Spirit is literally saying, do not invest any more in this kind of energy. It's a little bit of self-pity, I gotta tell you. Do not invest any more energy into, oh man, Sag. Spirit just said victimhood. Very unlike a Sag too. Sages are like adventurers. They're erudites, right? Love to learn, love to explore, learn more. And there's some cycle that you are stuck in right now is really putting you on guard and on edge, to the point where you're keeping people away from you on purpose. So I'm gonna get one more clarifier for advice from Spirit. Yeah, jeez. The Tower, number 16, the Major Arcana. Jeez. The Tower is great shock, awe, and upheaval. The Tower comes from Spirit. It's that lightning bolt that levels anything that is not serving you. And it's this sense with the Tower card that you've been given a lot of red flags. Red flags everywhere of what is not serving you. And for some reason, I don't know if it's stubbornness or just an unwillingness to see it or whatever it is that is not serving you. It's almost like if you don't step away from whatever that thing or that person is, Spirit's going to come in and Spirit, I just heard that line, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I don't know if this is codependency issue. I mean, the Devil card did not come out here, but I don't know if it's, I feel codependency or workaholism, addiction issues, something. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. There's just a cycle that needs to come to an end, and this cycle is preventing you from a lot of happiness and abundance. And Spirit is saying you need to break that cycle, literally break it. I'm gonna take a card from an oracle deck. I'm gonna take one from the Wisdom of the Oracle. This has been a really hard reading for Sagittarians. We need a little bit of Colette Baron Reed to help us understand, because, yeah, Treasure Island, look at that. Number 9, Major Arcana, that's the Hermit energy. You could be going through your dark night of the soul, like really battling some demons right now. I mean, the word we started with was endurance, right? See how there are these like things kind of growing on top of other things? Both of these things are abundant. Let's read from Treasure Island in the book. I'm just going to read the Oracle's message. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map. Whoa, wait, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Here. You've uncovered the map to buried treasure and trapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Remember I said red flags? Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others. As treasure shared multiplies like magic. So many good things abound. You really have to be right in your heart space to accept that you deserve it. That's your reading, Sag. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Sag.